This season we start off at Brands Hatch on the short circuit. We then go to Thruxton.
And then Mallory Park, Oulton Park,
Mallory Park. Then we go to Croft.
Knockhill, then Snetterton,
Silverstone. Cadwell Park.
back to Oulton Park.
Donington.
And then we finish the season at Brands Hatch on the Grand Prix circuit. Paul was the first one, which we had back in the Phil Giles days. Glenn Richards, I thought's been here long enough. Brucey, a New Zealander, he wants to hang upside down all the while. Dean Thomas, my other rider, came over with Glenn originally. Steve, my son, he's doing pretty good. Johnny T, he's our engine builder. Roy jumped on the team with us. Lee works for me Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. Frank and Kim, the lorry drivers, they're both tyre people. Tina, she's one of the brolly dollies, she enjoys that bit. My wife, she just likes work really. I'm trying to slow her down at the moment.
We've been supplied with video cameras to do video diaries basically. As a run up to each round. I'm sitting here on my motorhome trying to relax at the moment. But it looks like I've got to do my video diary again. To just take them everywhere we go really.
The ambitions of myself and the lads is doing World Superbike, and we'll keep striving to get onto that podium.
You're not under pressure, so you're more relaxed. The rider's more relaxed as well. It's raining.
It's just a shame that we didn't get to do the whole lot.
Well, the weather's rubbish, so we're going to go home. That's it, we've had enough. I've just had a red flag, so I think Ari went down there. So we're just like, we've got to find out what the race distance is going to be, and then we'll decide what tyre to put in and start again.
I'd done half an hour around Mallory Park. Yeah, that was it, and that was in November.
Maybe the work that I normally have to do at Mallory Park, I hadn't got my finger right on the pulse there.
The rule says it's whatever laps are left. It's
exactly.
a race.
You won't be able to restart on that race.
So we're just waiting confirmation really to see what happens. But the rider's still out on the track at the moment, so they had to restart yet. Oh! Bloody hell, who's that?
You shouldn't swear when you're filming, should I? Spat me dummy in because I thought I was going to have to go out to the rerun with a hard tyre on. Got the right tyre on now, so I'm happy.
I'm coming, Kim, don't panic.
A bit nerve-wracking at the moment.
Both had great rides there, so you know, for being on my local circuit, I was well happy with that.
The bike was definitely 100% better as a package at Mallory. The results showed it.
Always seem to be knackered on a Tuesday after a meeting. I don't know what it is, but anyway, I'm home and it's 20 to 8 in the evening. We've managed to get Glenn's number 2 bike done, another engine in there, and hopefully tomorrow, weather permitting, we will do some bedding in and testing on that bike. So not that uneventful day really, just a long day, tired. So I think now I'm just going to do myself a nice spaghetti bolognese, put my feet up, watch a bit of telly.
Now doesn't that look absolutely delicious?
Cheers, good night.
I first started getting into racing. I raced myself back in 1984 and 85 doing club racing. Then had a short break because of financial reasons, and then started back again in 89, 90 and 91. So that was my introductory into racing, was actually being a rider and racing myself. Through that I got to know Stuart. He used to help me out with my suspension and that, and set up my bike. And in 95 Stuart went World Superbikes, and I approached him for a job, but there was no vacancies, so that was that. And then I was reading in the MCN
in '98 it would have been, and there was a little ad in there and looking for a mechanic part-time to help a privateer. So I rang this number and it was Stuart, and he says come along and gave me an interview, and I worked in '98 part-time and just doing evening works and weekends really, repairing privateer bikes, which led then to a full-time job which I kept pestering him for. So in '99, 2000 I worked for which was then Hawk Racing full-time.
Long drive across a dusty plain, clear my eyes, clear my brain. Guess I needed some time.
Yeah, we tend to go trials riding at least once a month. We go to different clubs and venues from up north to the Midlands.
We both know that it's right. Avoiding the future, won't cut it anymore. We need to decide, 'cause I can't stay in this place all my life. Are we one thing or the other?
Ride a trials bike, we're powerload, badly. That's about every second weekend when we're not working. We'll try to get a trial in. So that takes up a whole day on a Sunday. Oh yeah.
I'm not trying to force your hand. I just want to know where I stand. Get it straight in my head.
We've got other interests, you know, that we like that are not just involving bikes. So, I mean, we went on holiday, didn't we?
Bruce, you're in the sun.
I know, that's what I'm here for.
There is Bruce and Soul Bob's, and here's ours. I need Velcro on me sleeping bag to keep me pinned in, so I don't slide out the door at a great rate of knots and end up in that edge down there. And there was nothing to do with bikes, so
Yeah, we got on pretty well.
yeah. Fortnight together, obviously with our ladies as well.
Day 37. It's 1:45. We're having a cup of
tea.
in the Big Brother campsite.
It's
We have disagreements and
Yeah, he's a stubborn Tommy git
and
sometimes.
he's stubborn as well. He is stubborn and grumpy in the mornings.
morning, Bruce. Well, Bruce, that's the camping trip done.
Both me and Bruce have raced bikes, like I say before, so it's something we enjoy doing. You're the mad professional, aren't you, Bruce?
Yeah, I mean, I get to try out a few kooky ideas every now and again, you know, and someone else pays for it.
I decided to apply for a team in Germany for Kawasaki doing World Superbikes.
He was with me for 3 or 4 years, and they got lured away to World Superbike to be with Harold Eckel, but didn't last very long. I think maybe doing the goose step every morning in Germany wasn't a good idea for him. Cracking no jokes and German humour didn't come into it, so he soon retired from that and come back, and he hadn't got a job for a while. So we had to take him. We felt sorry for him, so we took him back on.
It wasn't the job that I expected it to be, so I came back with my tail between my legs.
He's a good guy, motorcyclist. Unfortunately, he's got a Ducati, but one of these days we'll cure him of having one of those strange things. But the good thing is he doesn't ride it, he just looks at it, which is probably the safest thing for a Ducati, really.
Well, it's 11:20 on a Thursday night, and guess what? 5:30 in the morning, I'm up and we're off to Oulton Park. And of course I had to get all my kit ready, so a bit of ironing and stuff. Ironing, getting your shirts ready, trousers, I don't know. It's a long old job, I tell you. But someone's got to do it.
Fourth race of the season, we're off to Oulton Park.
To Oulton Park, good circuit.
Howdy. Missed me video diary last night because my mum's come over from Australia, so I went and caught up with her last night. Got home pretty late. Well, it wasn't late, it was about 10:30, and didn't have the camera set up in the caravans.
Well, it's, what is it, around 4 of the championship now. Oulton Park. I'm sitting here on my motorhome trying to relax at the moment. But it looks like I've got to do my video diary again. And
catch up with my mum hopefully through the week, and she's off to Ireland, so she's going to be in Mondello, so that's going to be nice.
It's been quite an exhausting day, really. I mean, we've been running all over the countryside. You know, the weather's been a bit up and down, and we sort of played around and made some changes, and ended up quicker this morning.
It's been really good catching up with Ma, because don't get to see my mum very often these days, so it's quite nice, really.
It's just been one of those weekends where with the weather blowing in and out, and it was a bit the same yesterday. It's just been a bit drawn out and long, but now it's a matter of sitting back, relaxing. I think I might watch a bit of TV and do nothing for a while, and we'll kick off tomorrow.
I think we're third in the championship, and that's all looking pretty good.
That's the rundown. I mean, all in all, quite pleased. Well, let's see what happens.
Ciao.
Final checks, big final checks before the race. We can't afford anything to go wrong. I'm Bruce's head beard.
Oulton Park, which has always been the bogey circuit for us. God knows why. We used to put it down to being underpowered on 750s racing against thousands. We made some changes to the motorcycles on the chassis. Dean qualified second, which I think G'd Glen up really, because that was sticking the thing there where we'd all struggled.
Just basic specs for the first race, and then just keep a tally of the laps for engine mileage.
The team went to Oulton Park thinking that it was going to be quite difficult for us, because Oulton Park's been known to be hard work for the Kawasaki's in the past, but Oulton Park's always been good to me, and same thing, we turned up at Oulton Park and we had 2 bikes on the front row again, you know, and I think it surprised quite a lot of people.
Haslam, when he come in pit late, it was still in gear. He dropped the clutch on the mechanic. Oh no. Down there now. Still in gear, that was. Yeah. That's why he come in, he just dropped it, didn't he? Dropped it on mechanic. Two. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Yeah, you're winning. Red flag
Glen's pulled a little bit of a gap. Dino and there'll be a touch.
Just about 15.
Second and fifth at the moment. Come on, lads.
The Via just went wide. Dean's holding position, but Rutter's now on back of Dean. Glen's got a bit of a gap, but like earlier.
Not bad, we'll slip back a bit, but now they've gone well and put on a real good show. So we're 5th and 6th at the moment. Glen's 5th and Dean's 6th. But then there's a huge gap back to the next bunch, so they're in the leading bunch.
The weather's been quite horrible, really. Well, it's been warm and sunny, but we've had a couple of big thunder showers.
Stay upright, boys. Come on, bring her out, bring her out.
The first race was dry, and we finished 5th, which was not too bad. Got off the line good, and we were leading for, I think, for the first 4 or 5 laps. And then they just started coming by me, which was really, really annoying, one after the other. And I slipped back to 5th place.
Well done, mate. Right. Well done, Dino. Right.
come out there with I think some 5th and 6th places and some good strong finishes, considering that it wasn't really meant to suit our bike.
Good result, both lads. So yeah, try and improve the second race and stay with them at the end. Made a good start, but just couldn't quite keep the pace at the end. But I think we'll be all right. We'll take that.
A long race it was, so we did good to get a 5th and a 6th out of that one.
They both were, him and Glen were leading the first race for a bit. You know, they were out front for about 10 laps. So no, it was good. It was good to see the two bikes out in the front there on TV. Just, you know, but we slowly got overhauled by the Hondas again and a few others. So just lacking a little bit at the end for some reason.
He's a bit hard on the old steering numbers really. This weekend we thought we'd give it a go. So yeah, no, he likes it. It's good. Yeah, I think we'll be getting another one for the other bike. We're going to stick with it.
And in the second race, the weather, you know, changed its mind a bit.
Nervous times though, Mike. Nervous times. Looks like it's going to rain any minute, mate.
You've got to get away with the leaders and then see how the thing pans out, really.
The second race that we put in the wet settings, if you like, where we like just soften everything off a bit, and the bike is like set up to race in the wet.
He's going to change his map to a wet weather map.
Dino and his mechanics slept with a raw prawn there though, because they changed to a cut slick, and I didn't know, and I'd like to be involved in everything.
I've got the wheels, Bruce, with Kit. I'm coming with the back with Kim.
I got caught out a bit in the second race. It was a very tricky condition, really. I mean, it rained, as it does a lot at Oulton Park. It showers quite often, and it showered. There was a little bit of mix-up on the grid as to what tyres we should run.
He's on a wet, so we'll get...
He's going to be to start with.
I opted to go with a cut slick, and I really didn't know what anybody else was running at that stage. And when all the tyre warmers had come off, everybody was on wets.
Body language don't look happy to me, that.
He won't be, will he, riding around 25th?
Nobody doesn't look happy riding in the wet, mate.
We've got a cut slick rear in.
Oh, he's going for a cut slick, has he?
Yeah.
I need to be informed.
Why's that?
Because I'm the head of the team, that's why. I had a little word in the rear after that, all three of them. You don't make decisions again like that without me.
We decided to take a bit of a gamble, really. Well, not a wild gamble, but we decided to try an intermediary tyre instead of a wet.
The guy in front is Martin Knott, so it's not 2 pages there, I'll try and work out the gap.
Well, he started the race with a cut slick rear and a wet front, and the track's not dried out quite quickly enough for him, so although he's lapping probably quicker than the leader now, it's too late in the race for him to pull right through the field.
P21, it did a 48.7.
I paid the penalty, really. I mean, I finished 14th or 15th, only just into the points, which, okay, it's a few points, but it's not really where I should have been. But on the flip side, there were some riders like Lavilla and that went on wets that never finished the race because they tore the tyres to pieces. So it could have went either way, you know. There was a real small shower in the middle for 2 laps. If that didn't happen, I would have finished, you know, in the top 5 or 6.
The track did dry out, but just that bit too late, you know. He was like the last for the first few laps. I mean, he did claw his way back to 15th, but he got a point, but yeah, not a great result, really. The safest bet, really, is just to do what everyone else is doing. And if you all make the wrong decision, it doesn't matter, because then at least you're all even. So we took a chance, but also the intermediate we picked, first time we tried them this year, and they didn't quite grip as good as we expected either. Which, you know, it's just a learning curve again. You know, it was the first race we had in that situation, so we learned something from it.
Although we led the race and then went backwards a little bit, I was well happy with the results at Oulton Park. The second race, because it was that wet, horrible thing, and then it dried all out. I mean, everybody was just I think happy to not end them on the backsides when wet tyres have become slick tyres with about 5 laps to go when they tread on the things. So we were pleased enough.
Oulton Park was a mixed meeting really. It was dry in the first race and wet in the second, but Glen managed 2/5 on that, so he rode well despite the conditions, especially in the second race, which was very difficult.
Very much indeed. Hello, Jim.
He was a little bit drunk. She was a little bit drunk. Short-sighted, maybe a bit.
Spoken to so many people this year, a lot of promises, a lot of disappointment, and we do need another real 200 grand. We need to be testing.
15th, wasn't it? Yeah, just a point. He won't be very happy with that, I don't think.
You don't film water anyone? You know, fractured my collarbone, so I'm out for the weekend and